And imagine yourself, you are now students. Just student itself, you already stressed that much. What about when you graduate and you need to look for a job? You try really hard to look for a job, and then you couldn't find the job that you want. And low income. Now you stress out because you have a lot of debt. And then when you go to work, boss, co-workers, also a problem. Because we don't want to deal with any of that. And we are not ready for all those. Because we have a different mindset. Now we stress again. Now we don't stress with school anymore, but we stress with work. That is why our life is not peaceful at all. We always suffer because of all those stressful things in life. And how much energy that we're willing to put in and spend to stress ourselves, and how much energy left that we have to suffer and stay suffer. I don't think we have much energy. I don't think this world will wait for us. It's spinning very fast now. Just like us, we want everything fast, like fast food. And the more we want it fast, the worse we are. Because we are always chasing and forgot this. Now that we have a moment, we just had it earlier, a moment to come back to look within, to find some peaceful moment for ourselves. Why can't we do that every day? To have a better life, to change ourselves. Peace always begins from within ourselves. If we don't have peace, we cannot share it to anybody. If we don't have peace, our family will never have peace. Because they have to look at our stressful face every day. When they see us stressed, can they be happy? Of course not. But when they see us happy and peaceful, they also happy and peace. And they love to hang around with us. They love to talk with us. They love to learn from us. There's people ask me, how can I help my parents and my siblings to practice mindfulness, to do the same thing? I say, the most difficult people in this world to change, that you wanted to change, is our parents. Because our parents always think that I gave birth to you. I know more than you, I live longer than you, and I eat a lot of rice more than you. How can you teach me all that? I know all that. That is the mindset. Well, I don't know about now, American, but Asian, mostly we have that way of mindset, that way of thinking. Sam? Unfortunately. Well, we have to deal with it. But I said one thing. Don't try to change anybody. Change yourself. Just change yourself. Because the more you want to change the others, the more you suffer because they will not listen to you. Instead, just change yourself. Do whatever you can, do whatever you said. If you want to change them, you want them to practice mindfulness, you want them to have a happy life, show them, prove it to them that you are practicing mindfulness, you have a peaceful life, you are happy. Just prove it to them. They will follow. You don't need to say anything. They will come to you and ask. That is when you could share and you could guide them to do. That's how we change the other, by action, not this. We've been talking a lot. Talking every day, every second. We talk a lot. We waste a lot of energies on talking, but we can't do enough. We didn't do a lot. We just talk. And then when we do the walk for peace, this is not a talking anymore, right? It's in action. That we walk every day. We practice mindfulness every day. That is how I react with toxic people on the way. When they curse at us, I look at them and I say, may you be well, happy, and peaceful. Give them a smile. Continue my journey to walk. And when people come out on the road and shout at us, Buddha will take you to hell. Buddha can't do anything. I just look at them and give them a smile. May you be well, be happy, and be peaceful. That's all you need to do. You don't need to react. It's because of defilement. That's why they say the thing that they say, they do the thing that they do. Why would we even bother to react? When we react, they be happy because they win. And so we don't need to say anything. Instead, just do it. Just show the people that what we are saying is that what we can do. And the result is we are peaceful. We are happy. They will follow. They'll follow. That's how we change the other. First, we need to change ourselves. Okay? So, go back. We need to stay focused. We need to practice mindfulness. As a student, I encourage you. Mindfulness is the key for you to get out of stress and anxiety and depression. Don't force yourself to the dead end. It won't help you. Walk on the middle path is the key. It means don't force yourself too much. When you know that you are stressed, stop. We need to pause for a moment. We need to stop doing everything we do. Just for a moment, relax. You will see the results will come to you. That result will come to you and will change you. If you can practice like this, it changes your life. That is how we create peace for ourselves. Let's focus on ourselves. Don't focus in the world peace. When we are, all of us have peace and live peacefully every day, automatically this world will change. Because all the people are doing the same thing. All the people are living peacefully every day. Treat the other people with kindness, just like that. This world will be much better, will become a much better place for all beings to live. Right? So practice that mindfulness every day and add on to it every morning when you wake up. Please get a piece of paper and a pen now. Write out the statement. Say, today is going to be my peaceful day. Just write that statement down. Very easy, very simple, but it's very powerful. Imagine if we have nothing to do when you wake up. The mind will automatically pick up all the trash to chew it over and over. Trash means all those unnecessary things, all those sadness, stress, regretness, all those things. Our mind will pick up all those and think it over and over and over. That is when you overwhelmed with thoughts. And you cannot do anything. You ruined your day. When we started out with our day like that, our day is going to be very terrible. We can't do anything. You just don't want to do anything. And you want to be alone. You shut that door and stay in the room alone. The more you're doing that, the more you go to a depression mode. We are living and doing all those wrong things, all those things that is not the way to help us. And so before our mind pick up all those trash to chew, give our mind a job to do. Get a paper and a pen out, write down. Okay? The mind and the hand working together. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Read it over and over with our eyes. Okay? Now that our eye is working with the mind, this is how we train concentration. This is how we train us to stay focused. With this, and now last with this. Say it out loud. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up. No one can mess it up. It's your day. It's your choice. You're the only one who can mess your days up. If you react with anger, hatred, delusions, greedy, all those things, you suffer. You mess your days up. If you only react with kindness or not even react with anything, just peacefully face the problem, your day will be peaceful. It doesn't matter what the partner or it doesn't matter what people say or your family members say to you, do to you. If you don't receive it, it's theirs. Just like if I want to give you food, if you don't want my food, that food still belongs to me. It means that when I shout at you, when I curse at you, and you don't receive it, it still belongs to me, not yours, right? So we shouldn't take anything. We shouldn't take and collect more trash to our mind. Enough is enough. We have more than enough in our mind. To be honest with you, the hard drive nowadays very tiny. How many terabytes? A lot of terabyte, right? Can hold up a lot of pictures and photos and documents and everything, right? But still gonna get full. Like Walk for Peace. We buy some iClouds. We bought some Airs to stack all those photos and documents and videos and things like that. It's keep getting full and full. We need to continue buying more Airs. But our mind is capable to record this whole world and it's still empty. It can take up this whole world and everything that we record into it. It will never get full. And unfortunately, we've been recorded so much sufferings and so much bad thing in our mind, in our head already. So now we face with all that and we live with sufferings. So change from now. Starting from tonight, how many of us willing to change our life? Okay, all of us, yes? Yes? Okay, that is very low energy, but are we willing to change? Yes. Thank you. That is the energy I'm looking for. I spend a lot of time of talking. Give me some energy. Thank you. All right, so if we're willing to change, we have to take that into action seriously. No more time to waste, no more talking. Do it. If we fail, do it again. If you keep on failing, it's okay. Continue doing it. Don't give up. Just like us, we walk every day exhausted. Even when we get sick, now many venerable monks are getting sick now and been sick. I just got over it, but I feel like it's coming back. But we are not giving up. Giving up is something that shouldn't be in our dictionary. Should never be in there. Okay, never give up. If we slow, we could take 15 years to finish this task, or even the whole life. It's okay. We still fight for it. Better than nothing. Right? If we don't fight for it, we lose to ourselves. There's one thing that the quote said, if you win 1,000 wars, it's not even compared to you win yourself just one time. You win that laziness, that is a win. That is a victory. If you win yourself from acting up, from giving up, all those things, you name it, your victory. You win yourself. That's better than going out there and fight with the others. Try to win with the others. Don't do that. Don't waste your energy. No need to do that. Now we need to focus in ourselves. Love ourselves more. Because no one in this world loves you more than yourself. Love yourself means do something better and good and best for yourself. Live a life peacefully. This is how we walk together on this journey, walk for peace. Every single one of us have our own path. But we will be walking together in one path to find peace and to bring peace to this world. Together, we can make this happen. This world will be flourished with peace. May you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Thank you so much. So now that we will spend time for Q&A, if you have any question, and we will try to answer it.
We live in a world that never seems to stop spinning, a society where the pace of life accelerates with every passing day, leaving us breathless, exhausted, and desperately searching for a moment of quiet. From a very young age, we are placed on a relentless treadmill of expectations. We imagine the life of a student, burdened with the heavy backpack of academic pressures, looming deadlines, and the constant anxiety of measuring up to invisible standards. Just existing in that space is enough to cause profound stress. But the horizon offers no real reprieve, only a shifting of the burden. We are told that graduation will bring freedom, yet we emerge into the demanding reality of the adult world, where the search for a meaningful career often feels like wandering through a maze blindfolded. We try incredibly hard, pouring our hearts into resumes and interviews, only to sometimes find ourselves in jobs that barely sustain us, facing low incomes and the crushing, suffocating weight of debt. The stress mutates, taking on new forms as we navigate workplace politics, difficult bosses, and the inevitable friction that comes with interacting with coworkers. We realize, often with a heavy heart, that we were never truly prepared for this continuous cascade of challenges. We approach life with a mindset of bracing for impact, and so we remain perpetually stressed. We simply trade the anxiety of the classroom for the anxiety of the boardroom, the factory floor, or the office cubicle. This unbroken chain of worry is the fundamental reason why our lives feel so devoid of peace. We find ourselves trapped in a cycle of suffering, primarily because we allow the external circumstances of our lives to dictate our internal state of being. When we step back and truly look at this cycle, we have to ask ourselves a vital question. How much of our precious, limited life energy are we willing to spend on stressing ourselves out? We pour vast reserves of our physical and emotional strength into worrying about the future, regretting the past, and fighting the present. By the time we have finished battling our daily anxieties, how much energy do we actually have left to heal, to grow, to simply be? The tragic irony is that we use our energy to maintain our own suffering. We hold onto our stress so tightly that we become exhausted by it, leaving us with nothing but a lingering sense of despair. The world around us certainly will not wait for us to catch our breath. It is spinning faster than ever, driven by a collective demand for instant gratification. We want everything immediately, much like our appetite for fast food. We want fast success, fast communication, fast wealth, and, paradoxically, we even want fast peace. But the more we demand that our lives unfold at breakneck speed, the worse we inevitably feel. The constant chasing leaves us perpetually dissatisfied because the act of chasing implies that what we need is always somewhere else, just out of reach. We become so consumed by the pursuit of the next milestone that we entirely forget the only place where life actually happens, the present moment. We forget to look within. Yet, the ability to find a peaceful moment is always available to us. Why is it so difficult for us to build this practice into our daily lives? The truth is, peace is not a destination we arrive at after we have finally paid off all our debts or secured the perfect job. Peace is a practice that begins from within ourselves, right here and right now. Finding this internal refuge requires us to embrace what is often called the middle path. This is not some abstract philosophical concept. It is a highly practical, urgent necessity for our survival and well-being. Walking the middle path means we stop forcing ourselves toward a dead end. When we feel the familiar, tightening grip of stress, anxiety, or the creeping shadows of depression, our usual instinct is to push harder, to fight through it, or to panic. The middle path invites us to do the exact opposite, to simply stop. We must give ourselves the permission to pause. When the weight of the world feels too heavy, we do not need to figure everything out in that exact second. We need to stop doing, stop rushing, and stop agonizing, even if just for a few precious moments. By relaxing our grip on our problems, we create a space for clarity to enter. The results of this simple act of pausing are profound. When we stop forcing solutions, the answers often reveal themselves naturally. This gentle approach changes the very texture of our lives. It is the ultimate antidote to the modern epidemic of burnout. We do not have to drive ourselves to the point of collapse to prove our worth. By learning to step back, to breathe, and to observe our stress without immediately reacting to it, we begin to construct a durable foundation of inner peace. This peace is not dependent on the world suddenly becoming easy. Rather, it is anchored in our newfound ability to remain centered no matter what the world throws our way. As we cultivate this inner sanctuary, we begin to realize a hard but beautiful truth. If we do not possess peace within ourselves, we cannot possibly share it with anyone else. We often wonder why our households feel tense or why our relationships are fraught with conflict. The answer usually stares back at us in the mirror. If our minds are a storm of anxiety, our families will inevitably feel the rain. When our loved ones have to look at our stressed, hardened faces day after day, they absorb that tension. They cannot be truly happy when they see us drowning in worry. But the reverse is equally true and wonderfully hopeful. When we touch true peace, when our faces soften with genuine joy and our presence becomes grounded and calm, the people around us feel it immediately. They catch our peace just as easily as they catch our stress. When we are happy, our families become happier. They naturally want to be around us, to talk with us, and to share in the warmth we radiate. This is how we begin to heal our communities, not by demanding that the world change, but by becoming a localized source of tranquility. When we prioritize our own mindfulness, we are not being selfish. We are actually performing the most profound act of love for our families and friends. We become a safe harbor in their turbulent lives. Inevitably, as we experience the benefits of this peaceful way of living, a deep desire arises to share it with those we love most, particularly our family members. We see our parents or our siblings suffering under the weight of their own stress, and we desperately want to hand them the tools that have helped us. Yet, trying to change the people closest to us is often the most frustrating and painful endeavor we can undertake. This is especially true of our parents. In many cultures, and certainly in the underlying dynamics of most families, parents operate from a deeply ingrained belief that they know best. They gave us life, they have lived longer, they have weathered more storms, and they have literally and figuratively consumed more of life's sustenance than we have. When we approach them with new ideas about mindfulness or inner peace, their natural defense mechanism is to dismiss it. They wonder how the child they raised could possibly teach them about life. This mindset is stubborn and deeply rooted. If we bang our heads against this wall, trying to force them to understand or adopt our practices, we will only create more suffering for ourselves and resentment in them. The harder we push, the more they will resist, and the more our own peace will shatter. The secret to helping them is radically simple: stop trying to change them. Instead, focus entirely on changing yourself. If you want your family to experience the joy of mindfulness, you must become the living proof of its power. Let your actions, your calm demeanor, and your unwavering happiness be your argument. When they see that you no longer react with explosive anger, that you navigate hardships with grace, and that you carry a light within you, their curiosity will be piqued. You will not need to say a single word. Eventually, they will come to you and ask what has changed. Only then, when their hearts are open and asking, can you gently guide them? We transform others through our silent, joyful example, not through exhausting and endless lecturing. This commitment to living peacefully is tested most fiercely when we step out of our homes and interact with the wider, often chaotic world. We are constantly confronted by difficult, toxic people who may shout, insult, or project their own deep-seated miseries onto us. When someone cuts us off in traffic, speaks to us rudely at work, or even curses at us on the street, our instinct is to react. We want to defend our egos, to shout back, to win the argument. But reacting is precisely what drains our energy and steals our peace. Think of a journey where you are walking with purpose, and someone hurls insults from the sidelines, perhaps even claiming that your path is doomed. You have a choice. You can stop, engage, and let their toxic energy enter your heart, or you can simply look at them, smile, and silently wish them well. Wishing that they find happiness and peace is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate armor. People act out because their minds are clouded by defilements, anger, ignorance, and suffering. When we react with anger, we validate their hostility. We give them the conflict they are desperately seeking to externalize their own pain. We let them win, but there is a beautiful, liberating truth about human interaction. Insults and anger are like offered food. If someone prepares a meal of poison and tries to hand it to you, and you simply refuse to accept it, the poison remains in their hands. It belongs to them, not to you. We must learn to decline the unwholesome gifts of others. We do not need to collect the world's trash and store it in our minds. In our modern era, we are obsessed with storage space. We buy external hard drives with massive terabytes of data. We pay for extra iCloud storage to hold our endless photos, videos, and documents, and yet, they always eventually fill up. But the human mind is a miracle. Its capacity is infinite. It can hold the entire universe and still remain empty and vast. Tragically, we often choose to fill this limitless, beautiful space with the worst possible data: grudges, traumatic memories, harsh words, and needless suffering. We must stop recording the bad things and making them our permanent reality. The power to change this internal recording process lies entirely in our own hands, and it requires a fierce, daily commitment. We waste so much time talking about changing, hoping for a better life, but words without action are just wind. If we are truly willing to change, we must take concrete steps every single day, without giving up, even when we stumble. This journey of mindfulness is like a long, exhausting walk. There will be days when we feel sick, tired, and ready to quit. But giving up should be entirely erased from our vocabulary. Even if it takes us 15 years, or an entire lifetime, to fully master our own minds, the effort is infinitely worth it. To help us stay on this path, we can implement a remarkably simple yet profoundly powerful practice right at the beginning of our day. Imagine the mind when we first wake up. If left undirected, it immediately begins to rummage through the trash of our anxieties. It picks up a worry about work, a regret from yesterday, a financial stress, and it starts chewing on them over and over. Before we even get out of bed, we feel overwhelmed, our day is ruined, and we want nothing more than to hide from the world, slipping further into depression. To prevent this, we must give the mind a job the moment we open our eyes. Keep a piece of paper and a pen by your bed. As soon as you wake up, write down a single, definitive statement. Today is going to be my peaceful day. When you write it, your hand and your mind are working together. Then, read it over and over with your eyes, engaging your vision and your concentration. Finally, speak it out loud. Tell the universe that today belongs to you and your peace. By setting this unshakable intention, you declare that no one else has the power to mess up your day. You realize that you are the only one who can ruin your day by choosing to react with anger, hatred, delusion, or greed. If you face your problems peacefully, your day remains yours. Ultimately, this entire journey is about winning the greatest victory possible. Winning 1,000 wars against external enemies pales in comparison to conquering yourself just once. When you defeat your own laziness, your own anger, and your own urge to give up, you achieve true triumph. We must stop fighting the world and start loving ourselves enough to live beautifully and calmly. Though we all walk our own individual paths in life, when we commit to this inner work, we are actually walking together on a shared journey toward peace. And if we all cultivate this quiet, unshakable peace within our own hearts, we will inevitably, and profoundly, change the world.